nice to see you all here today. And I want to welcome Councilmember at Large James Brown, 5th District Councilmember Liz Sheehan, and Council Research Analyst Jennifer Sutton, as well as Vice Mayor Dan Wu, Councilmember Shayla Lynch, Councilmember, well, I've said the other council members, so we're small but mighty. Today, we're announcing a new avenue of communication between the council and the public. Engage Lexington is a website that will make it easier for our residents to take a look at city projects, weigh issues, provide feedback, and ask questions. I think it's great that the council is looking for new ways to reach out to our residents, and I have supported Engage Lexington in my budget. I've always been a firm believer in engaging the public in public decisions. That's how the best decisions for our community are made. Now, Council Research Analyst Jennifer Sutton is going to tell us more about how Engage Lexington works. Welcome to the podium.
The Urban County Council's Public Input Subcommittee was established to explore and innovate the ways in which council can receive feedback from the community. It was created in part as a result of Civic Lex's Public Input Plan, and the Public Input Subcommittee is chaired by Hannah Legree, Councilmember Hannah Legree, and they began their work in February of 2023. I'd like to thank the staff members who have been instrumental in making the work of the subcommittee possible. One of their more notable accomplishments is modernizing our sign-in process for in-person public comment. The subcommittee also overwhelmingly supported the creation of an online platform where community members can engage in the decisions that shape Lexington in a different way. From those discussions, Engage Lexington was created. Engage Lexington is a website where anyone who visits, lives, or works in Fayette County and has the ability to provide feedback on the issues that matter most to them. Here you can learn more about the Urban County Council's processes and participate in surveys and forums to have your voice heard. Engaging online allows you to participate in the local decision-making process on your own time in a place that suits you. It is quick, safe, and a convenient way to share your thoughts with your local government. All feedback will be used by staff to inform council of community views when developing programs and policies. The information collected will be used in conjunction with other types of public input, like in-person public comment, emails written to council, as well as neighborhood meetings and other types of input. On each project page, you will find a description of the project, important links and dates, as well as files. There will also include a public engagement tool on every project. Depending on the project, engagement tools can include surveys, polls, forums, interactive maps, and space for the community to ask us questions directly. To participate, we ask that you register directly on the site. We are looking forward to sharing this new platform with the community. Councilmember Sheehan and Councilmember Brown will share more about our 2 active projects that currently have feedback opportunities, short-term rentals, and the 2025 budget process.
Thank you so much. Very nice. Thank you very much. Now let's hear from Councilmember Liz Sheehan, who's looking forward to being able to make decisions that are more data-driven through Engage Lexington. And welcome to Councilmember Tana Fogel.
I'd like to begin by thanking Councilmember Hannah Legree for her leadership on the Public Input Subcommittee, and I'd like to acknowledge other subcommittee members in addition to myself that are here today, Vice Mayor Wu and Councilmember Lynch. Since June of 2019, the Urban County government has sought to craft local policies to address short-term rentals, particularly in residential areas. Councilmember James Brown and I began a work group in 2022 to receive input from neighborhood representatives, short-term rental operators, the Division of Planning, Revenue, and our Department of Law. And after months of discussions, Council passed updates to the Code of Ordinances and Lexington zoning ordinance in July of 2023. The Urban County Council is now seeking input from the community about the local regulations since they took full effect on January 11th, 2024. The best practice is to regularly review policies to ensure that they are working as intended and benefiting our community. Public feedback is critical to continue enhancing our local approach to short-term rentals. The feedback gathered by Engage Lexington will assist the Council as we start our planned review of these policies. Please register for Engage Lexington and share your experiences and suggestions for our short-term rental policy here in Lexington. We want to hear from the public and see this as a great opportunity to introduce this exciting new tool. All feedback collected through Engage Lexington will enhance the input we typically receive through calls, emails, one-on-one conversations, and public comment at council meetings. As a researcher, I'm excited about the potential that this tool provides our local government in creating data-driven processes now and in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Sheehan. Finally today, Councilmember at Large James Brown is here to tell us more about the website. Welcome, Councilmember Brown.
Good morning, and thank you all for joining us. I'd also like to add my thanks to Councilmember Hannah LeGree and the Council Subcommittee for Public Input, and as well as Civic Lex and other members of that group for their hard work and identifying ways that we can better engage our constituency. In addition to the short-term rental project that's going to be on the platform, we're also going to have the budget, the FY25 budget available to also gather input on this page. As a budget chair, we often hear from our constituents about the budget, whether it's through emails or phone calls, or in some cases in person about what people think and what we should fund in the budget. But I'm excited and interested in seeing how this Engagement HQ can be a better resource for us to engage the public and also share information about the budget. So in addition to the comments that we may receive from community members, there's also questions in the form of a survey that asks our constituencies how they would like to receive information on the budget and how we can assess how they rank the priorities of the budget. So Mayor, I'd just like to thank you and your team for giving us the opportunity to share this information with the public and look forward to the opportunity to engage more of our citizens. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Brown. Now we can take questions from the media, if you have any questions.
Is our website live?
Let's see, Jennifer, do you want to take that? Is it live?
Yes, the website is currently live, yes.
Yes, Beth, did you have a
Is
question?
there a date certain for the review on short-term rentals?
Okay, date certain for the review on short-term rentals. How long will that one be up?
So there's not a
Come
date.
up here.
There's not a date certain, but we anticipate actually diving in and reviewing short-term rentals possibly in May. Yeah.
In your committee?
No, it wouldn't be in my committee in May. It would be in General Gov. Yeah.
All right, what other questions?
So it seems like really the idea here is to get all of these questions, public comment, everything in one place, because I know emails, calls, all that can get lost in the sauce sometimes, so to speak. So kind of speak to how this is going to help you guys organize and make sure we're getting to everybody who has public comment or input.
Well, I think, Jennifer, can you? I don't think they're going to quit getting phone calls, emails, and all of that input. This is extra, right? In addition.
Yes, I would not necessarily say that it is to replace other avenues of public input. It is more in addition to, and so it gives council and council staff and other members of the government a different way to collect feedback, specifically with the surveys and the other kind of open-ended questions that we have the ability to ask on the site. It's a different way to collect that information. So we can use it in more of, as Councilmember Sheehan mentioned, a data-driven approach to some of our policies and legislative analysis.
Any other questions? I will just say Lexington Fayette Urban County government for a long time has been dedicated to transparency and hearing from the public. Not all governments do that, and not all city governments do that, and there's nothing that requires that. So we're really happy to use any method we can to get information from the public and that kind of public input. So thank you for being here today.